Hi, it's Tuesday, May 28th, 2024. I'm Jason Shapiro, Crowd Market Report. Today's market saw some pretty overall bearish things happen for fixed income. We had a number that wasn't a major number, but came out pretty much higher than expected. We had this guy Kashkari saying something like interest rate hikes are not ruled out. The first time anybody really hinted towards that type of thing. And we had a bond auction that went really poorly. And what we saw was fixed income sell off across the board, 30 years, 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, all down. And all down a pretty large amount. And yet, it didn't really bother any of the other assets that are traditionally theoretically correlated to this. Gold finished pretty close to highs. Silver pretty close to highs. Copper up, not highs, but pretty close to highs. And you know, the S&P tried to sell off, came right back. The Nasdaq, because the Nvidia continues to rock, but tried to sell off and then really ripped into the close. And the Dow was the big loser. Even that came back quite a bit, but continues to be the weakest thing out there, which makes sense from both an interest rate and a positioning point of view. But truthfully, this was a sign today of a little bit worse liquidity expectations going forward. And not just expectations in the bond market. The bond auction was bad. So that is somewhat of a liquidity thing. And it really didn't stop anything. It didn't even help the dollar that much. I mean, all the major currencies were up. They came off the highs from the morning. But I mean, you see the Aussie, the British pound was up. Canadian dollar was up again off the highs, which is to be expected, given the bond move. But still, they were up. So I can't really conclude that this is all over yet. And based on that, market is strong in the face of weak bonds. That's supposed to be the death to all these markets, and it clearly is not as of yet. So we will continue to monitor this, see how it goes. We have some big numbers coming out later in the week, in particular on Friday, where we get the old PCE or whatever it's called that the Fed loves so much. And everybody likes to focus on the Fed, focusing on that. So let's see what happens if that thing comes out stronger. Let's see how people react to that. But until then, we wait, we watch, and we see. Okay, thanks. Hope everyone had a good day, and we'll talk again tomorrow.